What are they doing? What are the Dallas Cowboys doing? Well, what's up, guys? It is Prescott season, back again with another video. In this video, I will be giving my thoughts on the latest news for the Dallas Cowboys, and that is that today they decided to release their number one wide receiver, Des Bryant. Um, I'm not happy. Straight up, I'm not happy. I know, last year he didn't have a great season. The year before he didn't play to the best of his abilities, and 2015 he didn't either. Even though Romo was out the whole year, he was playing with people like Matt Castle and Brandon Weeden and stuff. But still, he hasn't played to the best of his abilities. That is true. Um, and I wasn't. I was getting ready to walk on Dez. My kind of thought process was give him 1 year, and this is his make or break year. If he doesn't play to the abilities that he could have, and he played the way he played in 2014 and 2013, 2012, if he doesn't get back to that form, then I was completely fine with letting him go. But the fact that, this whole offseason, Jerry's kind of mentioning how he wants to keep Dez, how we intend to keep Dez, we sign Allen Hurns, and they make it clear that they want to keep Dez Bryant just for us to release him without offering a pay cut. It's not like Jerry just said, hey, Dez, can you take a pay cut? And he said no, and Jerry said, all right, that's it. We're going to have to cut you. Jerry called him to that meeting and told him, you're done. And this was not a mutual thing. Dez has made that very clear. It was not mutual whatsoever. Jerry's kind of touched on the fact that there were other sources, not sources, other inputs that helped with the decision. So, Dez is kind of getting at that there were people that wanted him out of Dallas, which I could believe. I definitely could believe that. He was a passionate player. He probably got in arguments with a lot of things that happened. He probably got in a lot of arguments behind the scenes, things we didn't hear about in the press. We saw a lot on the sidelines what would happen. We can tell he's a passionate player. He cares about what he's doing, obviously. But the way Dez is getting at is that there were people that pushed him out, that wanted him out of Dallas, and it's just I'm not happy after what we've done, and now it's kind of the point where Allen Hurns is our number one wide receiver as of right now, and I'm happy with the Allen Hurns signing. I really liked that when we got it, but my thought process was that he was actually going to be a decent wide receiver too compared to what we have with Terrence Williams. Part of the reason why I think Dez hasn't been as good is because there's no one else to cover on our team. Our wide receiver too can't catch with his hands. Terrence Williams does not need covering. You can focus less on Terrence Williams and focus more on Dez Bryant shutting down our number one wide receiver because you can rely on the fact that our number two receiver is not good. Cole Beasley, he was great in 2016, but last year he had a terrible season too. Jason Witten, he's old reliable, but he's getting up there in age. He's not as good as he used to be, not even close. But my thought process was that Allen Hurns was going to be able to open up Dez Bryant because now you have to guard Allen Hurns. He's much better than Terrence Williams. He's actually a threat compared to Terrence Williams, and you're going to have to watch both them because if you double cover Dez or if you put all the attention on Dez, Allen Hurns will make you pay. So I thought that would open up Dez. That's going to be great. Now Allen Hurns is our number one wide receiver with Terrence Williams right back in the number two spot. You got Cole Beasley still. Ryan Switzer and Noah Brown is pretty much our receiving core. And that the guy we picked up, can't remember his name, honestly. Not because, he's awful, just because I didn't pay him too much attention to it. But I was okay with that signing too. But receiving core is not looking good, and at this point in my head, it's kind of Calvin Ridley or bust. There are other good receivers in this draft. There's Cortland Sutton, players like that, but look at the rookie wide receivers from this class. They were all bad. The first round rookie wide receivers were none of them played good at all this season. So it's kind of like, how good can these rookies play at wide receiver? I really don't think that we can get a rookie wide receiver in this draft and have him, completely fill that spot and take off. I don't see that at all. I don't think this was the right decision at all to go with our wide receivers, especially with a young quarterback like Dak, who, hasn't had, well, last year he didn't have too much help at wide receiver. Dez played terribly, and so did, Terrence Williams is Terrence Williams. Cole Beasley had an off year. I think, this wasn't, I don't think this was the right decision at all. I'm very, upset about this. Dez is very upset about this, and now he's talking about how he wants to go to a division rival, which I really would not be surprised if he were to go to a division rival and torch us twice a year. I would not be surprised, especially with the way our secondary is going, how young it is. I could easily see Dez Bryant torching our secondary in the near future, and I'm not happy with that at all. Because that's going to fall back on Jerry and the rest of the Cowboys organization, who I think are just, right now, they're crumbling, They realized that they wasted the career of Tony Romo and Jason Witten and now Dez Bryant, and they're trying their best not to waste Dak and Zeke's, but that's exactly what they're doing. Like, the way, I feel like the path we're going down right now is just going to end up wasting Dak and Zeke the same way we wasted Tony and Jason Witten. And I don't see a lot of good coming from this, in all honesty. He had a rough season, but he also showed his ability to make big plays still. He had his big catches, and he showed the ability that he can make those catches. And don't think all of it was on Dez. You look back, Dak missed Dez a lot this season, like a lot. And it's just, they didn't have the connection Tony and Dez had, and that's 100% true. But I think I wanted one more year to give it a chance to work. That's what I wanted, is one more make or break year from Dez. And if he would have played the same way that he played last season this year, I would have been completely fine with letting him go. But the fact that we rushed into it while we still have Terrence Williams on our team is just really bothering me. I'm not happy with it at all. He's number one in TDs in our franchise. He's one of the best Cowboy receivers of all time, stat-wise. And, this guy, he's been publicly voicing how much he wants to be a Dallas Cowboy for life, and we cut him so easily, I feel like, and it's just, it hurts. I'm bummed. You can see the jersey back there. It's signed by Dez Bryant. You probably can't, you definitely can't see it right now, but I got that jersey signed by Dez at a game, and I'm wearing another one right now. I'm just not happy at all. I love Dez, but it's a business, I guess. I really hope they prove me wrong and this is a benefit to us, because as of right now, I feel like our team got worse. And I usually try so hard to, agree with every decision the Cowboys make. Any signing, I'm like, yeah, that's a good signing. I agree with that. That's going to help us. That's going to benefit our team. When we drafted Taco, I wanted TJ Watt. But when we drafted Taco, I was upset. But then I realized, maybe Taco fits our scheme better. Maybe that's what they're going at. They're looking at the bigger picture because Taco fits our defensive scheme better than TJ Watt does. I really try to give the Cowboys the benefit of the doubt with some of the decisions they make. And this one I can't. I disagree heavily with this decision to cut Dez Bryant. But, what are you going to do? We're just going to have to move on. We're going to have to hope Terrence Williams will live up to his promise to stop catching with his body and learn to catch with his hands, and maybe he could actually become a decent wide receiver too. Hopefully Cole Beasley returns to form. If not, hopefully Ryan Switzer can fill his place. Ryan Switzer looked decent in the few plays he had at receiver. Hopefully Allen Hurns can, live up to wide receiver number one role if he has to. Hopefully we can get Calvin Ridley in the draft. Cortland Sutton I'd be okay with as well. Just I don't know. I don't really have a solution right now. I don't know what they're going to do. I hope they get this right, but in my opinion, I don't think they did. I think they were wrong on this decision, but we'll see how the season plays out. Let me know below what you guys thought about Cowboys cutting Dez Bryant, where you think he's going to go, anything like that. My fear is he's going to end up in Philly. That's my fear, because I wholeheartedly believe if he goes to Philly, he will play like he did in 2014 and 2013 and 2012, and I don't want to have to play that twice a year. But like I said, let me know down below what you guys think of the Dez Bryant release, where you think he's going to go, things like that, what the Cowboys should do now, if they should pick someone up, who they should draft, anything like that. Let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you're new. I will see you